If we want to stand on the side of love as liberal religious people, we have to make sure that everybody has the right to speak for themselves and act on their behalf and live in a way that they want to live with dignity. That is the work of love and the work of justice and the work of universalism. That has always been universalism's work. It hasn't just been about where hell is or isn't. And it is not just about a loving God. It's about what does heaven on earth look like. And we may have different names for it, the beloved community, or heaven on earth, or we may not have a name at all, but we know its constituent parts. And we know freedom is part of it. And we know justice is part of it. And we know when everybody doesn't participate in that, then something is diminished in every one of us. And we live at a time where if they're coming for one group of people, you can bet they're coming for another. The very idea that someone still thinks that birth control is a debatable issue should outrage every thinking person on earth. The idea that people you don't even know should be telling you that you need to have a transvaginal ultrasound to find out whether or not you're having, in a few months, a baby, should fill you with terror, because it surely scares the hell out of me. But this is what we face, and this is not simply a political issue. I don't really care who anybody votes for, but I really care about what kind of country you're going to be voting in, and who's going to be running it, and how they're going to treat all of us who live in it. And just because you might be in an exempt group today doesn't mean you'll be in an exempt group tomorrow. So that's what I mean when I say we are battling for love. These are not the actions of a loving people. These are not the actions of a just government. These are not the actions of people who genuinely represent other people and want the fullness of life for all people. And no, I don't have some great Napoleonic complex believing that I can save the world or that you can save the world. But if we do not act, if we do not do what we can do where we can do it, there may not be a country or a world left to save. I wish that I had a happy ending for this story, but I don't know the end. I wish I did. I have a 15-year-old and an 18-year-old, and I don't know what kind of world they're going to be struggling in. I thought I did. I thought we were coming into a time when people had begun to understand more and more of the fullness of life, more and more of the beloved community, more and more of what it would look like when all of us banded together and worked for the common good. And I could be wrong. We could still be there. But right now, right this minute, I have my doubts. So I want to encourage us to focus, not just on the content of our character, but on the practice of our hearts and the willingness of our spirits to view all men as sisters and brothers and to fight every structure that hides from us the sure knowledge that we are children of a glorious creation. Every structure. I want to close with Annie Dillard, and you know it. I hate that I have to use it, but it's true. because there's never been a better piece that explains our task. There is no one but us. There's no one to send, not a clean hand, not a pure heart on the face of the earth, nor in the earth, but only us. A generation comforting ourselves with the notion that we have come at an awkward time, that our innocent fathers are all dead, as if innocence had ever been, and our children busy and troubled, and we ourselves unfit, not yet ready, having each of us chosen wrongly, made a false start, failed, yielded to impulse in the tangled comfort of pleasures, and grown exhausted, unable to seek the thread, weak and involved. But there is no one but us. There never has been. I urge you to remember that, to hold on to our legacy as liberal religious people. These next few months and years will be crucial, not just because there's an election. That just happens to be the momentary focal point. We have so much to fight for, to struggle for, and a beloved community to win. I hope you will join me. Amen.
Amen.